Welcome to HTM, The Vibration. And we are here to talk about what you need to hear. How we as sisters connect with our ancestors from the past to make a connection with our sisters in the future. We are here to talk about the love, the light, the beauty that we collect together. And we're going to share it with you. See, what we're going to do here today, and every time you hear our podcast, is to talk about love, happiness, friendship, sisterhood. But we're going to tell you the truth, the struggles that come with it, and the beauty that comes from those struggles. So today on The Vibration, we're going to bring you everything you need to hear. Sisterhood, respect, love, and everything that HTM remembers.
Alright, so we're going to start this vibration and stuff like that. And I know definitely we got footage from before. We are the vibration and we're unconventional and so forth like that. We got Vic here, we got Lady T here, we got Lady Lee here, we got Meek here, we got Brooklyn Shade in the building.
Alright. So we were I wanted to bring to the table about Jazmine Sullivan's new CD, Hotels. And what she said in her interview is that what most people is what she's finding out now, and as she loves, is that women aren't loving on themselves and they're owning themselves. So there is a skit on there where it talks about every woman tricks, married or whatever it is in a relationship, you tricking, and what you're tricking for and everything like that. So, and she says even men in a relationship. So there was one song that I had an issue with on there, was the Put It Down song.
Right.
And it talked about how no matter what old boy does, he lives with his mama. She treats him like a king. He ain't got no money, but she gives it to him. He takes her car and brings it back the next day. But she don't care because it's all about the D. So I brought it to my sisters because I know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? No. I'm a no. But my girls here may have a different opinion, which is good.
That was a little bit of the song.
But I'm still a no. Now, mind you, the CD is fire. It is. The entire CD is outstanding. I love her. She can never do me wrong.
Yes.
Jazmine can never do me wrong, and her music does something for me. And this CD is out of the box for her.
Yep.
But it's perfect for today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It is absolutely perfect for what's happening with women and men today. So, as far as the D is concerned, who did this?
I think everybody done had a D moment. Everybody done had that moment
minus the money part,
where you will overlook certain things because it's like the sex, like love make you go crazy. Sex will make you go crazy. I think everybody done fell a fool to the D or to the P, because even men done went crazy over good stuff, done lost their mind or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we've all done it because it's not more so the sex, it's the connection and that feeling and that energy.
I done had somebody go through my phone because of somebody's brother that they thought I was giving a DD to. I'm like,
emotions play a lot on people's reactions. So I feel like it's an emotional connection. I feel that when you get stimulated to that level, or you physically connect with someone on that level, you don't want nobody else to have them. You don't want nobody else to have that feeling that you feel. Ooh. So you just do whatever you got to do to make sure that person keep coming on back. Or I believe that.
I'll toast to that. I can't toast to that.
Okay.
I
can't toast to that.
I ain't toasting to that.
Why?
Let's let it in. Why won't you toast to that?
Because there's a difference. I can get a sexual high, the greatest high, the best sex ever, but still have no feelings for that person. I be connected in a physical way, but not emotionally connected. So I don't care what they do. But when they're with me, that's my time.
I feel like people say that and they don't mean that.
I seriously, that's
I'm
me.
with you on that.
But that's me. That's me and mine.
I don't hear. I feel like 50 about that.
That's how I've done that in the past.
Mhm.
I have
Okay.
experienced
That's
that in the
her.
past.
That's her point of view. Okay.
And that's my point of view, but that's why I say I can't toast to that, because you don't necessarily have to be emotionally connected to a person to have this grand sexual experience. I've had grand sexual experiences, one of the best.
Has that person called you on the phone and you dropped what you're doing to go have that?
Have I?
Have you dropped what you were doing if that person called you for sex? Drop what you're doing and went to go have sex with that person.
Have I dropped to go have sex? Yes, I've dropped things to go have sex, but
that's what I'm saying. That's kind of, sort of what.
but it's different. You said sort of.
How is that different?
That's the same.
Because
to
they're
me,
talking about
that-
emotion. It wasn't an emotional thing.
But yeah,
the
then
things
they
that we
made you
do.
feel something that made you stop whatever
doing.
doing.
Because I was
Relieved.
sexually
Relieved.
trying to get off. I
Relieved.
wanted that off.
Yeah.
I wanted that physical feeling. That's what I want. Didn't care about that person in that kind of way that you're speaking about. That's even, I could easily kitty cat that to maybe loving that person. There was no love in that relationship. It
So
was
it's
a
just-
strictly.
No, you had no emotional time, because I feel like when you have sex with
That's
somebody,
emotional.
but it's an emotional time, no matter how much
It's the
that-
feeling. It's the feeling you have with
You
them.
can deny it, but I feel like no matter who you done had sex with, you connected with that person.
And I'm trying to explain to you the connection that I had.
Yeah,
So you can
I'm
understand it
listening
better.
to that, but you still had a connection with the person, regardless of how you saying like it's just a sex thing. Everybody gets your energy from sex, regardless of how it is. You connect. That's what makes you get off. Am I correct? That what makes you get off.
Yeah, but
Because you wasn't attracted to that person.
Right, but the emotional
There's
part.
gotta be some.
There's no love. There's no, oh, I miss you today. There's no, oh, I'm thinking about
Right,
you. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? It's when if that phone rings and you get tingly in a whole bunch of places.
Exactly.
Then
That's
you're
what I'm
going.
saying.
And then afterwards, you'll be like, all right, see you later.
Exactly.
And y'all don't
It could
text.
be weeks. It could be
months, y'all talk or whatever.
But
Like
That's different from what you're saying.
Right,
It's
because what
still
you're saying when you,
connection.
but no,
No.
no, the connection you're talking about is
Okay.
like you
All right,
miss them? You know what I mean?
We pause. Can you go to the door and get the food that's sweet chocolate? I had ordered some food earlier. Thank you. All right.
You know what I'm saying? You're getting emotional with them. You miss them. You know, you're wondering what they're doing, where they at, what's going on with them, and
You
everything
want to
like
talk
that.
to them on the regular.
You know what I'm saying? You want to do
things.
shit. You want to do shit with them.
So this
You
is
know-
me being honest, because this is where I get what Angie's saying and I get what you're saying, but I feel like
So for you,
sexual ties.
put it down. Talk about your put it down. Go ahead.
Okay, so
So first, let me just say there's been a couple.
You
know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
I just feel like circumstances are different.
Right.
And this is where I'm going to say I get what she was saying.
Right.
Because sexually, there has been times like when I drop what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
And because the sex was that good with that person, I went.
Okay.
This is why I'm saying it's kind of the same thing. This is because no, I did not care about that person.
this is what I'm
But
saying.
because I knew it was good, let me drop this right now. But it's the same instance when it's really good, when you have emotions.
And I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying there
are two different things. Yeah,
Right.
let me, here you go. 'Cause,
Right. But
you know.
that's her point of view. If that's what works for
Yeah.
you, that's what works for
No,
you.
I say that's me in a person. I'm saying I've had experience.
That's what I'm saying, or
Mhm.
whatever. So it's like when we're discussing and we're talking, that's your point of view. If
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
what the hell you experienced when you experienced it,
Yeah.
that's all good. It don't have anything, no relevance to do with any stuff. Thank you. No stuff outside of that. But you're saying,
I wish I knew
hey,
you was
I
ordering.
experienced this particular. I ordered this like whatever time in the morning. Okay. Whatever you experience at that particular time is what you experience. It's like, is there detachment? Okay, so people would say, "Oh, Shay, you love hard" or whatever like that, because every other guy or whatever you've in love with. No, I'm in love with the way that it makes me feel, and I'm captivated by that person and the attention that they're giving me at that particular time, because I'm a helpless romantic. So I love the romance of love, and I love the fact that someone is catering to my needs or whatever.
Sexually.
So sexually and physically.
So that's what I'm
emotionally,
saying,
and
where it
mentally.
could be
So,
almost the same thing.
Exactly. So it's like
That's
you
what
get
I was
to
just
a
trying to
point
say, because I feel
where
like
she
there's
going with
different
this
levels.
album There's different levels. She's
There's
saying
different
that
levels.
women get a wrong condensation about the fact that we're sexual beings. Like, I'm telling you right now, before Cardi B came out the way that she is, and I used to watch her on IG and everything like that when she had her crack tooth, when she coming from fucking stripping and everything like that. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is gonna be famous as fuck because she real, she raw, she giving it to you just blatantly, and her sexuality just lewd from her. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. It just allude from her. That don't mean she's a hoe. That don't mean that she's this, she's that. And that is what Jazmine Sullivan this album is talking about. Like, why the fuck do women gotta get a bad condensation about who they are sexually because they choosing to be free with their sexuality?
Don't think about it, because that song that they put out, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, you shouldn't let your kids." Now, do you say that to her husband, who's a rapper, that's talking about selling drugs?
Thank you.
Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Right. Talking about the rock song that.
But I'm just saying in general. Like, when I'm talking about, like, they were going hard on her about this whole song. And then you go off on her husband about
her damn kid.
But it's always been a double standard to us women, regardless of that. Right. We're supposed to be dainty. We're supposed to be submissive. We're supposed to be all these things. While the man go out, be the man, be the hoe, do whatever he want to do. But I feel like what you're saying, like, we done came so far with sexual liberation and being able to talk about sex without being criticized. Right. But yet, there's still a double standard. Us women supposed to sit back, keep our legs closed, keep our mouth closed, while you still run the street sleeping with Tom, Dick, and Harry, or whoever the fuck you're sleeping with. And we're supposed to take that. But I feel like we're taking back our power. Right. We're taking back our control, because we are in control of our emotions. We are in control of our bodies. And it's like, we shouldn't be dictated, like, you need to be submissive. You need to do this. You need to be that. Or you need... No. Right. We're in a whole new thing. I'm in control of me. If I want to lay down fuck 10 people, that's my business.
Right. And you know what? And that's what, for me, I have a problem with the song, because it's nothing new. But you know what I mean? I mean, the rest of the CD, like I said, is fire. It's fire. It is absolutely fire. However, I agree with that. You know what I mean? Is that, you know, if this is where you want to be, this is where you want to be, this is what you want to do, you do what you do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But however, don't go to your girls and be, and then this, he treat me, and then the minute what you doing? Oh, I gotta go, girl.
That's why I'm gonna tell you, from someone being in that situation, I stopped talking to my friends about the shit.
Because you know you're gonna go back.
And it took about a good 2-3 years. Right. Because at this point, I'm looking at everybody's reaction every time I tell a damn story about this man. Right. So then it was like, I just kept my mouth shut, took my L's in private. Then it was, so what happened? Oh, you know, girl, we good over here.
Right. We good. With that being said, though, do you think sometimes when you go to your confidant and your explaining a complication, it gives the wrong impression of the person?
Yeah.
Do you feel like,
for sure,
because,
they do. For sure.
You know,
for sure.
I know I done told you some stuff. Yeah. And then you was like, because this is when she's so damn territorial. Yeah. No. Yes, you are. Hold on. Let's hear this. Territorial, because I will tell Terry some fucked up shit about a dude. I was like, but let me tell you what he did to me. I done did it to Angie too. And it was like, well, at some point you're just gonna have to, you know, she's the professional with me. She was like, at some point you're just gonna have to own your shit, Shavina. Okay? And when she called me Shavina, I know it's real. Okay? And I was like, you know what, Angie? I don't want to fucking hear from you right now, because she gonna give it to me raw. She gonna give it to me raw. Tim may be like, you know what? Fuck that nigga. Let's go. We gonna go and do this, that, and the third. She's totally on my side, even though I might be fucked up about the situation.
But because I done told you a couple times, like, well, what did you do? And you be like, well, you know, she got long love. I be like, what did you do? What'd you do? I don't always have my friend back, regardless of the fact. But when she wrong, I do step and be like, you know what?
That's where he said, I'm telling you wrong in private, bro.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you
right now.
Yeah, but in front of him, oh, shit, right. Yes, we on site.
So
like, you know what?
So it goes to, you know, for me, you know, the song. But however, I agree with everybody saying here. It's like, when you tell your friends either co-signing, or your friends gonna look at you like, Now you know better.
Again.
So when you
Again.
so when you bring this dude around, they
Right.
looking at the dude like, you know, the only reason why you here, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the same thing for him when he, you know what I'm saying, because he coming back for a reason too.
Right.
You know, because it just ain't the dean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For him, it's the pay.
I
You know, the kitty cat. So
I
when you
feel
lay it
that,
down,
Vic. I do.
You
I
know-
feel that. I feel like when you connect with somebody, you could have a third eye here and missing teeth there.
Yeah.
But if that person make you feel like you the prettiest thing, or you make him feel like that, you're gonna rock with that person
Yes.
because it's how they make you ultimately feel.
Yes.
You know,
even
what
if
I
it's
mean?
not genuine,
Even if it's not genuine,
and that's
That's
what
the
the one.
sick part.
And but you know what
Yeah.
though, and like I said,
And you will catch on to it sooner or later.
You'll
Yes,
catch
you
on to
will.
it, but it is
And
the sick
sometimes
part.
it's years later,
Either-
not to
right.
even be like. And that's why I was like, when I was saying me coming up here and seeing the stuff that I was seeing, is like, bro, y'all would do the craziest things just to make sure you have somewhere to sleep.
So that's it.
That's
That's
it.
what they do.
Right, but they tell.
Because that's all they got to offer.
It's not even what they got to offer. It's what they find in a person. It's the vibe that you give off. You know, because you know this is the vibration. So whatever vibe you're giving off to that individual, that's what they're gonna ride off on. Because whether you know you sleep with men, you sleep with women, y'all sleeping all around.
Yeah.
If they're feeling the vibe somewhere that they're gonna get the attention that they're gonna get, they're gonna feed into it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. What's the number one thing that out there now what dudes will do just to make sure he's still in check? Good morning, boo.
Right.
No,
Right.
yeah.
Good morning, boo boo.
Right.
Them
Good morning, beautiful.
Them taxes.
Yeah.
How are you
What
doing,
you doing
love?
today? Oh,
Or the
I miss you.
WYD.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
I don't like that.
I was thinking about you today.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, you crossed my mind. Oh, what you doing later? You know what I'm saying? All those little telltale signs just to make sure that they got some place to check into. And chicks do it too with certain dudes.
And I'm gonna
You know,
tell
they
you
do
this,
the
but
check-in
you
with
know
them
what?
too.
I got my food dates.
Yes.
Women
I
I had. Here I go. I had.
No. Go ahead. You had.
I
Yes,
had.
you had. Because you the man.
And I'm saying I don't think the women around here are stupid or naive.
Right.
They're very knowledgeable of how the people are, how the men are, as the men are, how the women are around here. 518 is not that big. So people know what's up, and you definitely know the history by any person almost what's out there in the street. But it's what you will accept and what you won't accept.
Community.
But if we just brought up the whole fact that dick can make somebody go crazy.
That
this
is what she's
where-
saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But this is where I'm not gonna listen to the streets, my man, because
Right.
clearly, if I'm now getting what these, you know,
Hello.
like, you know what I'm saying? Hello. Oh, I see why they're going crazy. I know why they're going crazy. So this is where I said, where you say, yeah, the town